Hi, thank you guys for joining me. My name is Amy Tallman. I'm a member of the Lipan Apache tribe from South Texas. I live here in Austin, and today we're going to be making a little lizard keychain. This is an easy project that you can do with your parents or your family or a brother and sister. It takes about 1 yard of plastic lacing. You can also use flexible tubing, rubber tubing. You could even use ribbon or string if you wanted to. I'm using sparkly plastic lacing because that just seemed like a fun choice. You'll also need a little keychain ring if you want to make a keychain out of your lizard. You don't have to. You can just make the lizard without a keychain if you want to, but today we'll make a keychain with it. You'll also need a set of pony beads. Today I'm going to make a lizard that looks very much like this. It's going to have a green body. It'll have pink in the middle because that seemed like a fun color choice. It'll have little yellow feet and little purple eyes. So you'll need 27 green beads if you want to make green bodies. You'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 accent color beads if you want an accent color in the middle and on the tail. You would need 12 feet beads if you want to make the feet a different color, and then 2 beads for the eyes. All right, so that's what I have here in my little container ready to get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is take your plastic lacing, if that's what you're going to use, and fold it in half. Then, taking the middle of your plastic lacing, put it through your keychain so that you have a loop on one side of the keychain. Put your fingers through that loop. Boop, boop. And that way you're ready to grab the other end of the lacing and pull it right through that loop. There you go. Now your lacing is attached to your keychain with half of the lace on one side and half on the other. And you're ready to get started. Okay. So the first thing we'll do is take 1 green bead that's going to be the tip of our little lizard's nose, and you're going to string it onto one side of the lace. Then you're going to take your other lace and put it through the bead going the opposite direction. So this can be a little tricky if you need a little bit of help getting started or getting the hang of it. You can ask a parent or another trusted adult to help you with that. And then you're going to pull your lace through both sides, kind of evenly pulling the lace. There we go. So that your lace tightens up the bead all the way to your knot. So you have a piece of lace going out one side and a piece of lace coming out the other side of that first bead that you've just put on. And you can see how that makes the nose of the little lizard. Now we're going to do the same thing, but with 2 green beads. So we're going to take bead number 1 and bead number 2 and put it on the right side of my lace. And then I'm going to take the left side of the lace and put it through the 2 beads going the opposite direction. There we go. So I like to slide the beads over the lacing so that I have the end of one lace sticking out the beads on that side and the end of the other lace sticking out of the beads on that side. And then we can start pulling it. There you go. And you want to pull it pretty tight so both sides are nice and tight, and it'll hold the rest of the next piece of his little face together. Now we're going to put the eyes on, and today I've chosen purple eyes. So we're going to start with 1 little purple bead. And then a little green bead for our lizard's forehead. And then the other little purple eye. And again, we're just going to put that onto the right side of the lace. There we go. And then we'll take the left side of the lace, and the way I like to do it is I stack the left lace on top of the right. There we go. And then slide the beads back over the other lace. There we go. All right, and again we've got lace coming out both sides of the beads. All right. And now we've got eyes for our little lizard. This is a very easy project. You'll find it's a very simple early beading project that's easy to do with young kids so they can start to get the hang of working with beads on thread and how beads can be used to make different shapes. All right, so we're going to put the next two beads on to make the rest of our lizard's head. There we go. And sometimes one side of the string will try to pull lopsided, but you can just gently work it so that they are evenly pulling both sides of your beads together and get it nice and snug. Now we're going to make legs. So I'm going to take 2 green beads to make the legs. And then 3 of these yellow beads are going to be the feet. We're going to have 3 little toes on our lizard. 1, 2, and 3. So there we go. Our little green leg and our little yellow toes. Put all of the beads onto one side of the lace, and then you're going to put that same lace back through only the 2 leg beads, the 2 green leg beads. You're going to gently work your lace back through just those 2 green leg beads. So what you'll have are the 3 toes on a loop of lace that's going through the 2 leg beads. And pull it nice and tight, and it makes 3 little toes on a leg. And then we're going to do the same thing on the left side. I'll make his left front leg with 2 little leg beads and 3 little yellow toes. 1, 2, and 3. And again, we're going to take the lace now on the left side and put it back through the 2 green beads on the left front leg. 1, 2, there we go. Again, so that way you have your 3 toes on a loop on the left side. And then pull it nice and tight, again, so that the leg is really well connected to the body. All right. Now, your lizard has a head and 2 front legs. Now we're going to make his little belly. And we're going to add a pink bead to start putting the accent color on our lizard's belly. So we've got 1 green, 1 pink, and 1 more green bead on the right lace. And we'll weave the lace from the left side through these 3 beads going the opposite direction. There we go. So the lace on the left goes to the right, the lace on the right goes to the left. And now we're starting to make our little pink and green lizard. There we go. All right. So now we're going to take the next row. We're going to have 1 green bead, 2 pink beads, and 1 more green bead on this side. There we go. And put the lace on the left back through going the other way. All right. We'll pull the lace tight, and there we go. One more time, we're going to do another row the same way with a 1 green, 2 pink, and 1 more green bead on the right. Weave in the lace on the left-hand side. There we go. All right. And again, pull that nice and tight. And I will make the last row of the lizard's body with 1 green bead, 1 pink bead, and 1 more green. And now you can see we're almost done with the lizard's body and we're ready to make the back legs. Almost, kind of. There we go. There. So now you've got a lizard with 2 legs and a little body, and we'll start adding the legs on the right side just like we did with the front leg. We're going to have 2 green beads and then 3 toes. All right, and then we're going to put the right lace through the 2 beads of the back leg. And that can be a little bit tricky to get the lace to go through these beads a second time. You can also use larger pony beads. So these are the small pony beads, and if you want to make it a little bit easier for younger beaders, you can use the larger pony beads. There we go, and we'll pull the lace through our 2 leg beads and straighten out our little yellow toes. And there's our back leg on the right side. And we'll do the same with the back leg on the left side. And 2 green beads. 3 little yellow toes. 1, 2, 3, and again we'll put the lace back through the 2 green beads of the leg. There we go. And then pull it nice and tight. When you pull it tight, that's what makes the little toes form a triangle. If the lace is too loose, so you can see that if I don't tighten up the lace, the little toes will stay straight in a straight line. And then when you pull the lace tight, it makes the toes curl, so you get the 3 little toes on the end of your lizard's leg. All right, so now we're going to make the last 2 beads of the lizard's body, and then we'll add the tail. So we'll have 2 more green beads on the right, and then go back through with the left strand. And again, we'll pull it nice and tight. There we go. Now we have a little lizard with 4 legs, but no tail. So now we'll add the tail. And I'm going to start with 1 little pink bead. I'm going to use alternating pink and green for the tail, but you can use whatever color you want. All right. So with just one bead, we're going to start our little pink and green tail. There's the pink one. We'll add one green bead, putting the strand going to the right, and then the other lace going left. There we go. Pull the lace nice and tight. And there our tail is just grown by one more bead. We'll add another pink bead. One more time, putting the strands through going opposite directions, and pull it nice and tight. There we go. And you can make your lizard's tail as long as you want to. My lizard is going to have a tail that only has 6 beads, but if you want a lizard with a longer tail, you can add more beads. There we go, and we are almost done. One more green bead. There we go. And now we have a pink and green lizard keychain. But we're not quite finished. We still need to tie off the strand. So you take your last two, or you take your 2 strands there at the end, and we're going to tie a simple knot. Just wrap the strands around your finger, just like that. And then put the ends of the strands through the loop that you made with your finger. Just like that. Then gently pull the strands through that loop, holding it close to your green bead so that your knot stays close to the tip of your lizard's tail. There we go. And now you're done. So you can use a pair of scissors to cut off any of the excess lacing, and your lizard is complete. I hope you had fun making a pony bead lizard keychain with me. You can hopefully teach a friend how to make this, and if you'd like to learn to make other animals out of pony beads, you can find more tutorials online for different crafts that you can do with pony beads.